Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for Tuesday, 13th September. See, this is a 5-minute chart of Banknifty that I have. See today after getting this type of up and down move, we exactly took resistance over here, and during the day I had a view that if this level breaks we could further slip, but it never happened. We exactly took support at this level of 40,540, and this was a very small move. The market kind of remained sideways in this level between 130 points. Now before we see what we can do tomorrow, right, we'll just see how the US market is. See, the US market was pretty high all this time, and suddenly now from the past 1 hour it has tanked. It is about plus 135, and this is putting us at a gap up of 80 points. Not sure if this will change, because I'll just go to the Dow Jones chart. The market is open and the US market is being traded right now. See, all through when they open, right, on the 5-minute chart until the 1 hour of they open, this our Nifty was showing about 120 or 115 points gap up, and suddenly from past half an hour it has tanked. So we'll have to see whether we're going to further dip, come closer to any of the support levels in Dow Jones, or again reverse on the upside, because based on how this moves we would come to know if we are going to get a gap up or a gap down. But as of now it's looking like a gap up, right? So we'll just see the levels. If we get a gap up, what we can do, and if we get a gap down, what we can do. See, tomorrow, if all goes well, tomorrow can be a pretty easy trade. That is why I would say that is, see, if we get a gap up, okay, below this level of 40,680, there's a very, if we open with a small gap up, there's a very good chance again we might go and take resistance here. So we'll have to watch out for that. In case we get a gap up, if the US markets recover, we gap up above 40,680, right, this level where 2 days we have taken resistance, we gap up above this, there's a good chance we can have a trending day. Why? Because if you see the Bank Nifty open interest, right, the positional open interest, there are quite a lot of call writing on the upper side. So if we go about 40,600, right, probably all these call writers would tend to exit, and probably the market can get pushed a little higher. And say if we open flat within this range and break this level, right, then this is a good, we can see some dip at least until 40,040, and then obviously if we get an extended dip until 40,200. and this is also a beautiful chart pattern apart from this double top structure that is in play. Along with that, you also have this head and shoulder. That's when the mid market wanted to see if this breaks we can go short, but the breakdown never came. Even on a 5-minute chart, not one candle closed below this support of 40,500, right? And why even the down move can be better is, can be a good down move is, see the open interest, there's a lot of put writing still at 40,500, right? So once we start trading below 40,500, all these put writers will have to exit. And see, 40,500 breaks on the upper, look at it in the perspective of on the higher side and the lower side. On the upside, even though if 40,500 break, there is resistance at 600, 700, there is resistance, and then major resistance is 40,000, 41,000. I don't think breaking 41,000 is easy before this expiry. And on the downside, see, if 40,500 breaks, there is only support at 40,200, and then it's 40,000 again. You see the kind of candles, the put writing, you can kind of make out in this graph format itself. The call writing is more. So that's the reason if we get a gap up and sustain above this, right? See, in the morning if we get a gap up, we can just go up and come down. But if we get a gap up and the price action in 15 minutes stays above this, right, then probably this we can have a good move on the upside. So that's my view with Bank Nifty for tomorrow. And If we look at Nifty, actually in fact Nifty was quite bullish today throughout. We got a nice move from this support. As soon as we opened, we kind of broke out of this resistance area and almost went close to 17,900. If this 100-point gap up, right, sustains 87, if this is around 100 or 90 points, probably in the gap up itself we might test 18,000. See, 80 points gap up will put us somewhere over here, right? We might hit 18,000 again. So this is exactly where we previously also took resistance, that is around 17,900. So only if this level breaks, probably we can see Bank Nifty even touching any of the CPI levels and then 18,080. And the very strong resistance can come here at 18,130 in case we go so high. And if we break this level, this support of, even we can have this placed over here, if we break the support of 17,900, there's a good chance we could even fill this gap in Nifty. Kind of this gap might get filled. Bank Nifty, if both come down, Nifty, yeah, probably filling of this gap is there. And we can also kind of monitor this trend line in Nifty, because we have been taking support on this trend line almost 3-4 times. So this one trend line is good to track. So these are the levels that I have for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Hopefully tomorrow we should have a one-way trending day, either on the upside, most likely. See, as of now, until this Dow Jones fell, right, I had a view that, yeah, maybe the uptrend will continue. But if we get a flat opening, yeah, things might change. And another thing, even if we get a flat opening, like consolidate here and break out of this, right, that will give even a bigger move, because after a nice consolidation we are breaking out. So the bias is on the upside only if we start trading above 40,680. And even if we get a down move, there's a very good buying level at 40,280. Now say a quick dip comes, okay, like some kind of a quick intraday, one candle dips around 200-300 points, 15-minute candle, there's a very good support here. Chances of bounce from here is also most likely. And apart from the US market, all of the European and the other global markets are also in solid green. So we just have to see. The only way where we can not have a trade is probably if we get up a huge gap up of say 500, right, 400-500 points and come very close to 40,900, because this is our first target on the upside, 40,900. If we get off a pretty big gap up, then most likely we'll just have to improvise on the live market. We won't have a very good trading day. So that's it for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Hope this level helps, and let's see how the market goes tomorrow. Thank you.